Good afternoon. We'll be starting in a few minutes. I request everybody to join this Google Meet or the link, YouTube link sent in the MSRIT website. Thank you. Good afternoon. On behalf of the head of department, Dr. S. Selvi, and the faculty of ENC department, I welcome you all, parents, as well as first semester new entrants to our department orientation. Our department has a very great history and is also very progressive by actually looking at innovative solutions for everyday problems. We have a very good faculty strength as well as a very well-equipped laboratories for the students to work on. I welcome you to the orientation once again. We will go through the PPT in order for you to understand what is exactly the department consisting of, or what exactly are the achievements of the departments, and so on. Go to the next slide. I would also like to know if I'm audible and you're able to see the screen. I hope you're able to see the screen. So we'll start off with the vision of the Ramya Institute of Technology. The vision of Ramya Institute of Technology is to be an institution of international eminence, renowned for the imparting quality technical education, cutting-edge research, and innovation to meet socio-economic needs. The mission of Ramya Institute of Technology is also to impart quality technical education by nurturing a conducive learning environment through continuous improvement and customization, establishing research clusters in emerging areas in collaboration with globally reputed organizations, establishing innovative skills development, techno-entrepreneurial activities and consultancy for socio-economic needs. Coming to the vision of the ENC department, the vision is to evolve into a department of national and international repute for excellence in education and cutting-edge research in the domain of electronics and communication engineering. And the mission of the department is to provide a world-class learning environment that caters to local and global technological and social requirements, and also to initiate research collaborations with academia as well as industries to perform cutting-edge research leading to socio-technological innovations. It's also to develop skills for pursuing innovation and entrepreneurial for graduating engineers. As I said, we have a glorious past. We started in 1975, and we have been accredited continuously by NBA with a subsequent 3 years gap from 2001. And we have been re-accredited for 3 years in 2004. In 2008, we have been ISO 9001 certified, and we have been bestowed with the autonomous status and recertified in 2007. Again, in 2015, we have been accredited for 3 years by the NPA and re-accredited again for 3 years in 2018. A PG course in digital electronics and communication was started in 2002, and a research center affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University was founded in 2003, offering both MSc Engineering and PhD courses. And we also have a PG course started in 2013 in VLSI and embedded systems. Before we go on towards the further details about the department, I would request our 7th semester students to give in their inputs. I will ask 7th semester student Rahul Bhatt to actually join the meeting and give a brief introduction about himself as well as his perception of the department. I hope Shashank, okay, Rahul, Shashank, you're there, or Rahul Bhatt, you can join us. You can switch on your video, please, so that everybody.
Okay, ma'am. Is it necessary that I should turn on my video, or is only audio fine?
No, we want you to turn on the video. We want people to see you.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Rahul, you can start.
Video visible?
It is visible, Rahul. You can start.
Okay, so very good afternoon to all the freshers who are joining Ramya this particular academic year. So a very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of EC department. So myself, Rahul Arbut, I am from 7th semester EC Ramya Institute of Technology. So I'll be talking about actually IEEE and IEEE SPS, which is a very important technical organization which is associated with like all the engineering colleges usually. So just to people who don't know what IEEE is, so IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So it's one of the biggest technical and professional organization that we have in the world today, operational. So actually what this IEEE works for, or what it does is majorly focuses on two areas. First one would be the research and development, that is research. So IEEE is known for its research conferences, IEEE journals, and it has got one of the largest collection of research papers, that is in form of digital library, IEEE Explore. Uh, One of the other things that IEEE is majorly known for is its standardization. So basically what that means is IEEE itself is responsible for standardizing various protocols, the new technology protocols that usually come up. For example, the LAN standards, the Bluetooth standards, the Wi-Fi standards, maybe the floating point standards. All these are standardized by this body, IEEE. As a part of their academic outreach, so every engineering college, every major engineering college, so usually have a student branch of their own. So IEEE Ramaya also has a branch of its own, that is IEEE RITB. So IEEE RITB itself has many subsections. So as to say, like Signal Processing Society, Power Electronics Society, Biomedical Image Processing Society, and so on and so forth. So IEEE, even though the name might say electrical and electronics, but the span of their work essentially varies from like rudimentary physics, quantum mechanics, biomedical applications, signal processing, as I told, and so on. So, for you people, as you are entering electronics and communication department, so the Signal Processing Society, even which I am part of currently, sort of caters to what exactly you'll be working with, or what your sort of goals and academics align with. So just to tell what, so I'll be telling what IEEE means for you as a students, or once you become a part of IEEE, student member, what we expect or what IEEE expects from you. So firstly, as to say, usually after becoming a IEEE member, so you'll be involved in college activities, that is under student branch. You'll be involved in organizing events. For example, last time this particular time, even because of the pandemic situation, we were not able to conduct offline events as we would conduct usually. The workshops and all used to be full-fledged offline hands-on session, but due to the pandemic situation, all the workshops were virtual, and the seminars were converted into webinars. So we had Professor Sargu Srihari, who is one of the pioneers in hand digit recognition and alphabet recognition. So we had a distinguished lecture session from him, and many professors from IIC and other major institute come and share their knowledge with us. So essentially, what your role in this would be is to be a part, to be proactive, and to sort of uh, take the initiative to organize the events. So enthusiasm in this would be the major key once you become the part of IEEE, as a part of IEEE student member. So secondly, coming on to the idea that what you would be expecting, like what you can expect after becoming an IEEE member, is that so everyone will have a curiosity as to, once you become a part of one of the largest technical organization as a student, what you can expect from this organization. So from my particular experience, this provides you an immense opportunity for networking. So that is, once you become a part of an organization like this, you get ample opportunities to network and build your build your technical network amongst the industry professionals, in which it might be any industry that you're willing to work in, or it might be academicians, like professors who might be working on some research area that sort of you're interested in, probably working in future with. So all these opportunities come to you in the form of conferences that you will be asked to represent your colleges from. So I myself had an opportunity to to attend one of the world's biggest test conference on VLSI. So that is International Test Conference, that was held in Leela Palace. So these opportunities come time to time, wherein you can make use of those things. And another thing would be being a part of this technical organization. So it sort of gives you a more what can I say? A broader perspective. Whilst being in academics, you can have access to what actually would happen in an industry, or what would actually happen in a real world. So that would be an advantage, and that would give you an edge over others. And just to speak about Ramaya student branch, so we currently have around 70 execoms, that is executive committee members, who are very highly motivated individuals. So each one of them is sort of expert in their own domain. So once you become a part of such an organization, one thing that you can expect is that your motive, your interest align with that of your colleagues, and that is very essential to build, sort of motivate you towards working more and more, and that's essentially going to help you a lot in your career as well. So yeah, uh, yeah, that would be it from about IEEE and what we do, what are the functions of IEEE. So if any of you is more interested to know about IEEE and what all sort of activities that IEEE has done over the years, you can visit site.ieee.ritb, which is our college's official website, RITB website, where you can get more information on this. Yeah, so hope to see you guys in the college campus soon, uh, and wishing you all very best, so for your future. So I'd
Thank you,
like to
Rahul.
thank the department for
Th-
the time. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. Yes. I'll now request Sushmit T to talk briefly on the Space Club. Sushmit, are you online? Yeah. Sushmit, we have a limited time, so I would request you to take only 5 minutes to brief the freshers.
Sure, ma'am. Okay, so good afternoon to all the freshers. So I would like to talk about the student satellite team of our college, which is called Team Stardust. We are standing for Satellite Technology Research Division under students. So what we majorly do here is we work to build a student satellite, precisely a nano satellite. So when we first imagine a satellite, we would think a bulky object in the size of a bus or a car that is floating around in space, majorly having communication as its application. But thanks to the latest technologies, that even we students now in undergraduate, postgraduate, and even high school students are able to build satellites, and we do something similar. We're planning to build a nano satellite which is less than 10 kgs. So though it is very small to build, it still takes a lot of time. Why? Because once the satellite is in space, it's completely intangible. There is no contact that we can have with it. So there's no form of maintenance that can be done except for communicating with its brain. So every system has to be designed properly and effectively, and made sure that it's near to perfect, which is why we have divided the entire team into various subsystems. Uh, so the first subsystem that is essential for the satellite is a control subsystem. We named it as ADCS, Attitude Determination and Control System, which majorly deals with orienting the antennas of the satellites such that the data can be recepted by the ground station effectively, and also sometimes the orientation of solar panels such that the power is generated efficiently again. And next subsystem is EPS, the electronic power system, which which deals with generating, regulating, and then distributing the power to all the components of a satellite. We also have a GNC subsystem where the department students can be a part of, which majorly talks about designing how effectively is the communication taking place, and then the signal and data processing, and all the communication protocols, and also the effectiveness of an antenna. And the next subsystem we have is structures, STR, structures and thermal, where it deals with designing the entire body of the spacecraft. Since the spacecraft is going to be in space, it's a very hostile environment. So we have to make sure that the satellite is it is pretty much stable and not prone to vibrations and other cosmic radiations. And also, since there are a lot of components involved in the spacecraft, a lot of heat is generated, and we require a good thermal subsystem to design a proper thermal sink for the satellite. And then we have the brain of the satellite as the ODHS subsystem, onboard data handling, which designs and programs the entire brain so it can function as per our needs, like just like how the ground station would give commands and the satellite would function accordingly. The last subsystem we have is the payload, which is the actual function of the satellite. And also what the subsystem members here do is they select the proper instruments for the application such that it's very much compatible and reliable for the entire team and the project and the mission requirements. So far our progress have been to finalize the payload area. Right now, we're still working on finalizing the payload area. And we have conducted a CANSAT workshop where we successfully designed, built, and deployed a CANSAT and acquired data from it. We've also conducted a few talks where we had Dr. Subramani sir, B.A. Subramani sir, coming and speaking about ham radio. And we've had an IAA, Indian Institute of Astrophysics professor, talking about astronomy, which is also another branch of Stardust. So I would like to thank the entire department for encouraging this whole project of Team Stardust in helping and building the entire satellite. So with this, I would like to pass on it to Rishma. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, the department, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Sushmit. Next, I'll call upon Reshma Bhatt to talk briefly about placements in the department.
A very good afternoon to everybody. First of all, I would like to welcome all our freshers, our juniors into this department. And I'm here to talk a little about placements. My name is Reshma Bhatt, and I have recently been offered an internship from ARM, which they basically manufacture processor core ICs. So see, right now for you, placements might not be very relevant. You might not exactly know, or you might not be interested much in it as well. But I would like to tell a few things which you can do right now so that it will not be very hectic later on. So firstly, what they look for when an interviewer walks in, it's your technical skills, obviously, because you are looking for a technical job. So every interview begins with a coding test or an aptitude test, which comes combined. So aptitude test, it's not going to be very difficult for EC students because we will be working on so many, problems. And I mean, our aptitude will be high no matter what. And the problem comes with coding. Not that we cannot solve the questions they're asking, but the problem is it's not the most optimal solution that we come up with. So if you're using platforms like HackerRank to practice coding, what I would recommend is once you solve a question, look at the other possible solutions for it. Look at the best algorithms which have already been used to solve such problems. So that will definitely be very helpful in clearing the first round. And the subsequent rounds, they will look for your basics. They don't expect you to know everything, but you should be very thorough with your basics. So concentrate well on the subjects the department teaches in the third and the fourth semesters especially. So once that is strong, you can clear most of the interviews according to me. And you might not like me for telling this, but another important criteria is the CGPA or your overall marks. Basically, if you get any interviews through referrals, there will be many resumes they would have already received. The way they use to shortlist those resumes is through GPA. That's a very majorly important criteria according to what I experienced. So try to keep your CGPA as high as possible. I know, as I said, you might not like me for telling this, but yeah, it is how it works. And apart from the technical skills, what they look for is your other skills, like your leadership qualities, how you manage, and how you work with people in teams. So what would help you to develop these skills is, participate in different competitions, work with, different teams. So when you work with teams, you will know how people behave in different situations, and you will know how to handle things in a better way. So that will definitely help. And you can join clubs like IEEE, as Rahul said, they organize events. So when you organize something, when you take the initiative to do something, that leadership, that sense of responsibility already, automatically comes in. So, and other clubs like Stardust, that will definitely help you to increase your technical knowledge. And apart from technical clubs, there are other clubs like cultural clubs, which will help you in other ways like soft skills and speaking in front of large crowds, which will again be very essential. And one more important thing is stay in touch with your seniors, because seniors who are working in different companies can send their referrals to you. Referrals are something like recommendations. So they are given a lot more weightage and preference than normal campus hiring. So I personally got this internship through a referral itself. So stay in touch with your seniors and ask for help. And if you cannot ask for help from seniors always, obviously the teachers are, they're always there. And all the teachers in our department are actually very supportive, and any problems or any issues, if you want help in any subjects, they'll definitely, help out. And I'm very sure about this. So yeah, I would like to wish everybody all the very best for your placements, and thank you.
Thank you, Reshma. I'll now request Shashank to talk about Prism Glands program. Shashank, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes. So good afternoon, everybody. This is Shashank. I'm a final year student in the Department of ECE. So you people might be observing a pattern now. So all the final years, we are talking about one particular aspect, which is related to the department, which you, if you people are aware of, will be beneficial for you in the future. So Rahul and Susmit spoke about a co-curricular club that is associated with our department, one being IEEE and the other one is Stardust. And Reshma spoke a little about placements and how it works. So I'm here to share my experience about an internship program that I was a part of, which I got through the department. So yeah, I'm here to talk about this thing called as Samsung Prism. So I think you all are aware of, I mean, you people will be familiar with the word Samsung, and a lot of you will be using a lot of gadgets associated with Samsung. So Samsung Research Institute of India, basically there is one in Bangalore also. They have this good program which has been started that's called as Prism, Preparing and Inspiring Student Minds. So through this Prism program, they're offering internships to few selected colleges. It's not offered for all the colleges. Like I think in all over India, they are offering this only to selected 15 to 16 colleges. That's all. So Ramaya is one of the college which comes under the Samsung Prism. So in Ramaya, the departments of computer science, telecom, and ECE, that's your department. These three departments have an industry collaboration with Samsung Research and Development. So for that very same reason, only students from these three departments get an opportunity to be a part of Samsung Prism program. So there will be an entrance test. I think you people will get this opportunity in your third year, fifth or sixth semester. It depends. So this started 3 years back. The first batch which completed the Samsung Prism phase 1 was my seniors, and I was a part of phase 2, which I'm due to complete by the end of this month. Like our internship work and everything is done. Like officially, it will conclude by the end of this month. So yeah, starting with there will be an entrance test which you people have to clear. Everybody are eligible to take up the entrance test. There is no cutoff as such. I think you should have a minimum CGPA of 8 plus. If you have a 8 plus CGPA, you can take up the entrance test. And the entrance test again, as Reshma mentioned, coding is really important. So it will be a coding round. There won't be any aptitude or anything. So to get into this internship, you'll have to clear the coding round. There'll be around 3 to 4 questions. So just as a small piece of advice, I mean, you people can take your first semester a little lightly. Just get used to how things are, get adjusted to the department and the atmosphere and everything. Once you enter your second semester, maybe that's the time when you should start learning something for yourself to build your career. Like try to properly plan yourself as to what you want to do. Just don't put your hands into everything and be an average student in everything. Instead, just have an introduction of all the different opportunities you have in front of you, and then finally decide what interests you and what you're good at and stick on to that. But no matter what, even if you're someone who is very much interested in hardware domain, coding is something that's very essential now. Even if you're looking for a job in VLSI or embedded hardware domain, they look for your coding skills. Your coding skill doesn't mean that you should know all possible programming languages that's available. Like they don't expect you to know all 10 to 12 programming languages that's available. What's more important is you should know how to approach a particular problem. And once you figure out what's the algorithm to solve a particular problem, application, I mean, solving it using a particular language shouldn't be a problem. Even to say with respect to that, maybe Python is one of the language which is beneficial since you're in EC. It is also very much relevant to a lot of hardware interfaces. And apart from that, one of the what do I say, object-oriented languages like C++ or Java would be very much essential. So even if you people are interested in hardware domain, please try to have knowledge of at least these, and your data structures and algorithms. That's how you approach a particular problem would be very important. That's what will be tested in the entrance test of Samsung Prism as well. So you can use any programming language of your choice and you'll have to solve. They will only shortlist around 20 to 25 students from each batch. So in our batch, there were around 25 students, and there were 8 students from the Department of ECE, me being one of them. So yeah, once you're shortlisted, you will be assigned few mentors from the college. So those faculties will be there to help you and guide you through the process. And you will also have an opportunity to interact with one of the employees from Samsung Research Institute. That's a scientist from Samsung R&D. So under their guidance, you'll be given a particular problem statement. And a beautiful thing about this program is the problem statement that you receive will be something that's going on in Samsung research and development. So you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So obviously you can't let your work, I mean, you can't tell your friends or family what work you're doing because it's a sensitive issue, what will be happening in Samsung. So this is the best possible opportunity where you can work on an industry relevant project, which is very rare. I mean, when you compare the projects which you work on in your 4 years, maybe your small mini projects or anything, and compare it with this industry project, you can find a huge difference. Because when it comes for an industry project, the level of accuracy they expect or the difficulty level, it's usually way higher. And yeah, to be very honest, the project was a lot difficult for us. I can just mention the title. I mean, what I was working on was basically to improve the resolution of a video. Like when you zoom a video, the resolution will actually decrease. But my task was to maintain a high quality resolution even when the video is zoomed. We use deep learning to implement this. So you will get some industry relevant project, something like this. You will have to work on it for a period of 4 to 6 months. It varies. And yeah, once you complete it, you'll be getting an internship certificate. You can put this in your resume. And talking about internship, for our batch in particular, internship is mandatory. I mean, we have, I mean, it's one of the academic requirement for us. We have 4 credits for it. I'm not very sure how the scheme has changed for your batch. There is some changes. I'm not very sure about it, but still internship will be always important. Even if you're looking for higher education, all the top universities will look for your internship. And even if you're sitting for placements, your internship will have a lot of value. So it will help in building your resume. So yeah, that's it about my experience with Samsung Prism. It was very good. I mean, as I told, it was a very difficult project to work on, but it gave me a lot of insights as to what's happening in the industry, and it gave me a good experience. So yeah, I mean, we've been telling a lot about learn this stuff. So as I told, like take some time, get adjusted, and then slowly start drifting towards what you want to do. Yeah, that's it from my end, and all the best for all of you. Hope you people have a great journey the next 4 years under the Department of EC. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashank. So those were some of our industrious, hardworking students who have given you an insight as to what is exactly the activities that goes on in our department. As you can see, the sky is the limit. You can work towards it depending upon your focus and your ability. So as the last student mentioned, you do not put pressure on yourself, but work steadily towards your goals by actually having a frame for your dreams or whatever. Okay, so we'll now continue with the PPT. We had asked the 7th semester students to give in their inputs now because they have a internal evaluation around 3:30. So they had requested us to give them the opportunity in the beginning itself. So that's what we did now. We'll continue with what exactly are the activities as well as the major achievements that are going on in our department. So as you can see, we have plenty of faculty and working on various projects that have been obtained by them from various groups, from various government agencies like AICTE. Our HOD, Dr. Sethu Selvi, has obtained a project worth 7.69 lakhs. Dr. C.G. Raghavendra, Associate Professor, has also got a consultancy from KK Constructions for around 5.25 lakhs. We have Dr. Raghuram working on deep learning for efficient numerical solutions. And he has got a grant of 4,20,000. Dr. Suma KV has also obtained a grant of 5 lakhs for her non-invasive technique of nail fold capillaroscopy for diagnosis of type 2 diabetes mellitus. And even the VGSG, the Vision Group on Science and Technologies, has granted a project worth 60 lakhs to our department in Feb 2012 for the project entitled Food Grain Characterization using RF Techniques. Again, Dr. C.G. Raghavendra has obtained Research Fellowship Grant for the project title Detection of Defective Eggs and Gender Identification from MSRIT Alumni Association. We have research and consultancy also going on in our department. So as you can see, we have summarized it here. From VGST SESM, we've got 40 lakhs. From RIT Research Development Fund, we have obtained around 9.2 lakhs. From MSME, Government of India, we've got around 6.25 lakhs. From FAIR, we have been getting continuously of over 1 lakh from 2008 to the present time. And we have the AICTE MODROBs also sponsoring a project for 7.69 lakhs. KSCST has approximately given us 0.3 lakhs per year. That is for a final year best project award. And we have consultancies also with various government of Karnataka, NVIDIA, and so on. The research and project opportunities, as your seniors mentioned, are very many. We have different groups of faculty working on various groups mentioned here. We have the Signal Processing and Pattern Recognition Group. We have the VLSI and Embedded System Group, Wireless Communication Group, Microwaves Group, Design of Smart Antennas Group, Database Management Group, and Mobile Technology Group. So based on your interest, you can join any of these groups to actually look for research and project opportunities. We have an active industry interaction. We have several industrial members in our academic council as well as our board of studies. We have various visiting faculty from the industry addressing our students during the semester. We also have collaborative course delivery along with IIT Kanpur, which is periodically at least done semi-annually. We have sponsored consultancy and research from NVIDIA, Gemini Electro Corporation, and Kannada Samskriti Ilake, which is a Government of India organization. We conduct various workshops, seminars, and guest lectures to cater to the growing needs of the technology to actually expose our students to those. We have design contests to make our students interested in it. We have industrial visits often to actually expose our students practical setups. We have student internship so that they understand what is exactly the industrial requirement. We have MOUs, and we also have judges from the industry to judge the best projects during the project exhibition. Coming to the faculty and staff, we have 4 professors, we have 8 associate professors and 22 assistant professors, and we have a supporting staff of 12. So we have a very good faculty strength. When we actually have a video at the end playing all the faculty details. So I'll be not going through this. We will skip this and we will go to the next slide, which is also about the faculty details. You can see we have a very strong faculty strength. Okay. Now coming to the academic requirements, I'm sure Dr. Archana, our registrar academics, has actually taken you through this whole details about what are exactly the academic requirements, but repetition would be good because you need to learn this new set of rules and regulations that pertain to an engineering course. So as we know, the duration of the course is 4 years, which is actually consisting of 8 semesters. Usually we have in a year 3 semesters, wherein 2 are regular semesters and 1 is a supplementary semester. So I'll come to the details about what exactly is a supplementary semester later. So the total credits to be earned for the 4-year, after the 4-year degree course is 175. So when we actually talk about credits, we actually put it in terms for a course, in terms of the theory lecture hours per week, per semester. So we say it's equal to 1 credit if it is mentioned as 1. If you have 4 credits for a particular course, then it means 4 hours per week per semester. So you actually have, say, this notation, LTP, lecture hours, tutorials, and practicals. So if you have a course having 3 lecture hours, 0 tutorials, and 1 practical hours, that means you'll have 3 hours of theory in a classroom and 2 hours of laboratory work in a laboratory designated. So this is how we actually divide the credit for a particular course. So when I'm talking about a regular semester, the registration requirement is that you register for around 22 credits per semester on an average. Usually, we go beyond that up to around 25 credits, depending upon the requirement or depending upon the scheme that we have chalked up for you for that particular semester. The minimum credits required for registration is 16 credits, and the maximum that you can register is 28 credits. So you should also understand that we have 2 options of dropping a course or withdrawal of a course. So when you're actually talking about dropping of a course, you will have to intimate the particular course instructor 1 week after the last date of the first internal test, and this will avoid the dropping of the course being mentioned in the grade card. However, if you choose the other option, which is the withdrawal of the course, you will have to notify, you have to notify the course instructor. There's a date given for that. And you actually will have a mention of W in the grade card. So you will have to choose wisely as to whether you want to drop a course or withdraw a course, depending upon the difficulty level as well as your ability to deal with the course. So after dropping or withdrawal, minimum credits registered should still remain 16. And you can do this option only once per course. It's not available multiple times. So let's look at, a picture says 1,000 words. So we put it in terms of a picture. So you can see here, the dropping and the withdrawal of the course, you can see, you can drop it after the internal 1 or CIE 1. And whereas withdrawal has to be done after internal 2 before the SEE. So dropping and withdrawal are the 2 options available to students depending upon their ability to cope up with the course. So you can see we have given the deadlines will be mentioned, and accordingly you choose the deadline and withdraw or drop that course within that deadline. So coming to the supplementary semester, I already told you we are going to have 3 semesters in an academic year. So we are talking about 2 regular semesters previously. Now let's come to the supplementary semester. So this semester begins after every even semester. That is, you have an academic year from August to June next year. So what we will have is August to December, you'll have supposed to be having a semester, and Jan to May, you're supposed to be having a semester. Of course, it doesn't apply now because we are we've actually started the course late. But however, during regular non-pandemic times, we have this. So the course begins after every even semester, and it is during the duration June to July. And the subjects that you have dropped or withdrawn or failed are the subjects that you'll be taking during this supplementary semester to complete them. So you'll have a regular course timetable, you'll have a regular CIEs, you'll have your SEEs, and all this will be done during the supplementary semester before you go to the next semester. So which will start in August, say. Okay, now I don't know, the academic calendar will come through and we'll see exactly when exactly you have what is your duration of your academic calendar from December now to when, as well as when will be the supplementary semesters. Things have all now not in the regular way. Okay. Yeah. So let me tell you one thing. It's better not to have any backlogs or any failed course or withdrawn or dropped course, because that will mean you will not have vacation, because that's the time our students get out their vacation. And you also have to pay extra fee for that course taken. Depending on the course credits, you'll have a particular fees to be paid to take that particular course during the supplementary semester. So I was talking about the regular semester. During the regular semester, we evaluate you continuously through our process called the Continuous Internal Evaluation System. We call it CIE. And usually that internal assessment or internal evaluation is for 50 marks. And that internal assessment is divided into two parts, 2 tests in each theory subject for 30 marks each, assignments, quizzes, surprise tests, simulations, seminars, mini projects would comprise of 20 marks, and the course instructor may choose any one of these options to actually grade you for those 20 marks. Whereas the 30 marks is uniform for all the courses, where you'll have 2 tests for each theory subject. And when we come to the laboratory evaluation, we'll have a weekly assignment of lab records and lab exam and we'll have a weekly assessment of lab records, which would be according to the course designated for 50 marks. And you'll have a lab exam at the end of the semester, which will be part of the regular semester. And of course, part of even the supplementary semester, if it is offered as a course. We also have projects as part of your course, which is usually occurring during the 6th semester and the 8th semester. So we have a project evaluation for that. We have periodic monitoring by the guides who are allocated. And also we'll have seminars and project reports to evaluate your project. Okay, so this is about a continuous internal evaluation. I also have to stress the importance of attendance. So I'm sure you've gone through this. It is written, it's already been mentioned in the speech by Dr. Archana that attendance requirements are 85%. That means you need to have a minimum attendance of 85% in order to be eligible to take up the semester end exams. And students are always advised to attend the classes, both theory and laboratory, regularly, so that they do not fall under the category of under 85% at any point of time and making them ineligible to attend the SEEs or semester end examinations. So students, this discipline is very much required. And we have some more disciplinary instructions. Yes, we expect the students enrolled in MSRIT to strictly maintain discipline in and around the campus. Smoking and drinking is strictly prohibited in and around the campus. Dress code, decent dress should be maintained in the campus. And students are strictly advised not to use mobile phone in the campus, because this is as per both VTU as well as RIT notifications. Any problems, incidences related to discipline can be informed to the disciplinary committee. We have members of the disciplinary committee actually going around the campus to actually see about discipline through the students. And we also have our proctors. We'll talk about proctors later. Students are strictly advised not to indulge in ragging. This I'm saying as an instruction for you, because you're going to be the senior next year. So you're also advised in advance to refrain from this kind of activity, both inside and outside the campus. Any form of ragging is strictly prohibited within the Ramaya campus. And please note this: if a student possesses mobile phone during the internal test and exam, then it will be considered as a malpractice. So students are strictly advised to leave their phones in their bags before entering the classroom to actually to take up both the internal assessment as well as the semester end examinations. Do not carry your phone inside the exam hall. So we have the proctorial system. I have my colleague, Sri Darshan, who will tell you about the proctorial system. I also have our Deputy Chief Proctor of the department, Dr. M. Nagabhushanam. Both of them will be addressing you. I will now hand over to Dr. Nagabhushanam.
Yeah, good afternoon. See, we have a proctoral system that is in place. And now I'll tell you about what do you mean by proctoral system and what are the objectives of the proctoral system. All this we'll try to see now. See, the proctoral system was initially initiated somewhere around 1990 and it is in place now. And each faculty is normally called as proctor. And each proctor is allocated around 20 to 25 students. We call them as wards also. Proctors basically act as local guardians, helping to solve your academic and administrative problems faced by the students or wards. And the proctor normally maintains the student information record, that's called the SIR book. So each student will be given this SIR book. Since it is a pandemic situation, by 1 week or like that, you may get the book. And in that, you are supposed to fill up all the required details of the ward. And especially I request all the wards to fill up your mail ID, mobile number, your parents' mail ID, mobile number, and address for communication is very, very important. Because once you complete your CIE-1 test, so the progress report will be directly being sent to that particular address, either the permanent address or temporary address. You have to give it properly. So any change in address, you have to report back to the proctor and do that. So the proctor will normally maintain this 25 SIR books. For each of the ward, a single book will be given, and that SIR book will basically contain all the details and performance of the wards like course registration, dropping, withdrawal, re-registration. Anything, you have to meet your proctor and do this. Next, the progress report of each ward will be sent to the parents with the details of attendance, class marks, exam results, and this will be repeated twice in any semester. In a single semester, you will get 2 reports minimum. This pandemic situation, you may get some 3 reports also. And the proctoral process is made more effective by using our web-enabled SIS by continue eSutra software. So we are using this eSutra software. So, and one more thing is that each student and parent will be assigned with a login ID and password, which enables them to view the status of the attendance, CIE marks, exam history, and even the present timetable, and even the fees details, and even the academic events are also being displayed on it. So you can view that, and then any details you want also, you can contact the proctor, like that it is. Next is, we'll see what are the objectives of the proctoral system. The main objective is that to inspire a healthy relationship between the teacher and that of the student. And the second is to eliminate any indisciplinary among the students. And in order to improve the overall academic performance in examination, and also to improve the self-confidence in students, we have the system in place. Next is the function of the proctor. See, the function of the proctor is, the proctor basically acts as a local guardian to solve all your academic and administrative problems of the ward. Next, the proctor closely monitors the progress of the student and helps them to overcome their problems. And the proctor shall assist in academic and overall development of the student under his charge. Like, for example, you have some issues with the registration, all this, you can meet the proctor and do all that. Next is the proctor conducts regular meeting with the students and the parents. So every 25 students that are been allotted to a proctor, all the 25 students, you have to meet the proctor at least weekly once or 15 days once and discuss any issues that you have with your academic issues. So you can discuss with them and then solve the issues. And all the 25 students that are been allotted to a proctor, you please make a Google group and then have a communication in place. Next, the proctoral system main objectives is to provide a supportive care. And it also provides to counsel the students in academic and personal matters also. And the proctoral system also provides counseling from time to time. The proctoral system also helps the student to complete the studies comfortably and successfully. You can complete all the 175 credits that is being assigned, right? So using this proctoral system, so you can discuss with the proctor every semester. You have to register the required number of credits and then go through the classes. Next, the proctoral system is also used to continuously and regularly monitor the academic progress of the students and rectify any issues that are there or rectify any problems that are being faced by the students. The proctoral system also encourages the parents to be in regular contact with the proctors. So this is what the main objective of the proctoral system is. So now every 25 students are basically being allotted to the proctors. So here I will just allot some 6 proctors. So this is how your student information report basically looks like. This SIR book, you will get it, right? And this is a hard copy book, you will get it. And here you have to fill up all the details with the 2 passport size photos. And even you're supposed to give your photocopy of the fees paid receipt also. And then fill up the front sheet of this. And inside you have one, for every semester, you have to fill up the registration details in this, take the signature of the proctor, and then do the online registration also. And so we are going to allot for the first semester. The first proctor is H. Malika Madam, and this is the mail ID of the proctor, and this is the phone number. So we have allocated the proctor students from roll number 1 to 25. 1 to 25 students are being allotted, and the roll number, see this roll number, the entire list will be again be displayed by the proctor. Getting? So better all of you note down this phone number and the proctor name, so that once we get the complete details of the registered students, so we will display all the 120 students. So based on 1 to 25 roll number, you can make a goal group with that particular respective proctor. The second proctor is Dr. V. Anandya Madam. So the roll numbers are from 26 to 50, and the mail ID and this is the phone number. You can note down. The third proctor is Immaculate Rosaline Madam. And the proctor students that are allotted are from 51 to 75. And this is the email ID and this is the phone number. The third proctor is, the fourth proctor is Dr. T.D. Sendil Kumar. The students that are allotted are roll numbers from 76 to 100, and the mail ID and the phone number has been displayed. The fifth proctor is Flory Francis Madam, and the roll numbers are 101 to 125, and there's the mail ID and the phone number. The next proctor is Roshan Zamir Hamad. The roll numbers are 126 to 150, and there's the mail ID and the mobile number. And still in detail about the proctoral system, tomorrow again you have one more an online session. Our chief proctor will be discussing about it in detail. Still any doubts that are there, I'm always available at the department. You can contact.
Yeah, good afternoon. So let me again welcome all the first semester students to the Department of Electronics and Communication. So we'll proceed with the presentation. So there are a number of departmental activities. So these are some of the activities which go on in the department. As your seniors have already mentioned, there are a number of associations within the department which conduct techno-cultural fest, and you have guest lectures, you have merit awards, you also have a farewell function, and we also have a RIT Robo Club, and also an RIT IEEE student chapter, which has already been mentioned. And we also have a yearly technical newsletter of the Department of ENC. And from the college, we also have Sampige, which is a quarterly news bulletin from the college. And we also release project abstracts, which is a collection of abstracts of all the undergraduate and postgraduate projects. So this is a screenshot of the first 2 pages of the newsletter. So you have the student members and the faculty who are in the editorial board. So now let's talk about the laboratory facilities. So we have 5 prominent laboratories. One is the simulation and VLSI lab. The next one is the analog and digital electronics lab, analog and digital communications lab, research and development lab, VGST and mobile lab. So you'll be seeing the pictures of all these labs in the video in greater detail. And we also have a number of facilities available in all these laboratories, which include Intel workstations, image processing stations, spectrum analyzers, optical fiber trainer kits, DSP boards, spectrum analyzers, vector network analyzers, etc. So this is a picture of the simulation and VLSI lab. So next, this is analog and digital electronics lab. And this is the view of research and development lab. And then this is the VGST lab. And this is a brief summary of the faculty publications which have been done over the past 3 years. And we also conduct, and the faculty members also attend a number of faculty development workshops. And these are some of the sample workshops attended by the faculty members. And we also regularly conduct workshops for the faculty members of RIT and other colleges and for students. And our college also has been conducting international conference in collaboration with IEEE. The last one was conducted in October in 2018. Okay, so this is regarding the placement information. So we have the academic year, right from 16-17 onwards up to 2019-20, and the number of students in the final year, and the number of student offers, and the number of students who have been admitted to higher studies. So this, the batch 2019-20, the number of students admitted to higher studies is relatively lower because of the pandemic situation. So we have a large number of students who get placed, and many of them do go for higher studies. And this is the salary package statistics for all the 4 years, the maximum as well as the average packages. And this is a list of the companies which do come to our college campus for placement. We have over, so you'll have placement right from your 5th or 6th semester onwards. And okay, so it also gives us great pleasure to let you know that in the year 2017, 3 of our alumni students got the UPSC rank holders. So we had Sheikh Tanveer Asif, who graduated in 2014, who obtained the 25th rank, Priyanka G, who obtained the 84th rank, and Vinay Naik, who graduated in 2007, getting the 421st rank. We're really proud of them. And we have a number of student achievements. A lot of students do get awards based on the final year project. So we have the details here. And we have a number of students who also actively participate in various competitions and do visit and also obtain awards. So we had a team from our college who took part in a competition which was held at Maryland, USA. And the college obtained 10th position among the 69 teams which participated all over the world. And our college, RIT, got the second position among the 10 teams which represented from India, and Lohit and Venkatesh Bharadwaj were the students who were from the ENC department. And another SAE Aero Design Contest, which was conducted in California in April 2018. So there were 75 teams across the world and 10 teams from India. And we obtained the 16th position, and it was Seema from our department who was a part of this team. And these are some of the department technical activities. As I had already mentioned, we have a robo competition, we have in-house robotic workshops, industrial visits by students, and project exhibition. So this is a robo competition which is in progress. You'll be seeing many pictures in the video, which will be played later. And this is the in-house robotics workshop, which is conducted in the department. And these are the industrial visits. So we do take students, the third year students, on industrial visits. Okay. So a number of ENC students do take part in both cultural as well as in sports. And these are some of the pictures of our students who are a part of the college team. And we also have had Meghana from the 2019 batch, who won the chess championship in the VTO interzone competition. So before I conclude, we'll have the 5th semester students who will share their experiences with all of you. Now I call Mrudula of the 5th semester to share her experiences. Mrudula is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, a very good afternoon to all of you, and a very warm welcome to all the newcomers to the Electronics and Communication Department of Ramaya Institute of Technology. It gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of one of the best departments in the college. To start off with our very humble professors, they are all filled with lot of knowledge and are always there to help us out in all our doubts. They're very kind and very understanding to all our problems. It's a great honor to be the student of such a great professional teachers. In our department, we have well-equipped laboratories uh, that provides with lot of facilities, such as it includes analog and digital labs with lot of training kits, and we have CMOS and VLSI lab, microwave lab, and so on. There are specific dedicated laboratories for microprocessor project works done by students and researchers going on in the colleges to give the hands-on experiences to the students. With all these facilities, we have ongoing extracurricular and co-curricular activities that are conducted in the department. We have several industrial visits, workshops, seminars by the professionals and the lecturers as well. And we have, as our senior from 7th semester told, we have a newly formed satellite team from the department by our own seniors that is called Stardust. And it gives a platform for all young minds to explore in the field of science and space. To include, we have